Math 8 Superstars! Yes, 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 we're back with another review video. And believe it or not, Mr. Frichette's only going to be talking for a limited time because Jamari Irving, my main math man, is going to take over and show you how to go from standard form to slope intercept form, which we did in class today. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a background on this before I hand the mic and the pen over to Jamari. Jamari, you just want to say hello to everybody?
Hi.
Excellent. So Jamari's on. He's still getting used to this whole YouTube thing, so don't be so hard on him. So I want to show you guys something. This right here is standard form. Now, standard form looks like this. It's actually, oh, look at that. See? I'm out of practice. AX, and we didn't talk about this in class, but you're going to see this next year in algebra. And actually, I want to go back. Equals C. That's what that form is. This is the same as that. I just want to show that to you because we're going from this to y equals mx plus b. So we're going from here to y equals mx plus b. Now, in one moment here, Jamari's going to show you how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rewrite that up here. So this is standard form. We got standard form. Now, it's not going to be a big deal for you to know this now, but I want you to know it because you're going to see it in algebra next year. That's what that is. And then we have slope intercept form. So, while I'm talking, Jamari's getting all warmed up and ready to rock and roll. And that's the form we want to go in. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to highlight that. And we'll highlight it in orange. This is what we want to go into. Jamari, I'll have you write in blue. But what I want to do is I want to erase this because we're going to need some space. So we're going to erase this because I shouldn't have wrote it down there. There we go. So, Jamari, you go ahead and take over. So we're only going to look at questions 1 and 2.
So number 1 is 3x minus 2y equals negative 16. First we draw a line in where the equal sign is. Then we try to get 3x by itself. So we add, 2y by itself. So we add 3x. And then we put it on the other side. Then we bring the 2y down, equals 3x minus 16.
So Jamari, we have a positive 3x. What do we need to do with that 3x above?
What?
What do we got to do with that 3x to move it? It's a positive 3x.
Oh, minus 3x minus.
That's okay though.
Okay. So that's minus and that's minus. Negative.
Sweet.
Then we divide by 2. Negative 3x divided by 2.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I don't know the answer.
Well, it's slope, so we're going to leave it in that form. So it's going to be, our slope is going to be negative 3 over 2. So the answer is going to be negative 3 over 2x. That's fine. That's perfect. So now we just got to take negative 16 and simplify. So what's negative 16 divided by 2?
Negative 4.
Be careful. It's not going to be negative 4.
Oh, no. 8.
Yeah, negative 8. So there you have it for the first one, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when you go from standard form to slope intercept form. Now, Jamari, our mathematician, is going to run us through just one more. So number 2, we're going to do the same thing.
So, draw a line down, then you find your y, keep it there, and then you look at 13x, and it's a positive, so we minus 13x.
Yep, remember he's doing additive inverse, guys?
Put it on the other side. And then bring your 11 down with the y equals.
So what else needs to come down with that 11, mathematician Jamari? Good, negative, right?
And then negative 13x minus 12.
And that's perfect. So Jamari did an amazing thing. He did not combine these two things because they're not like terms. He wrote them separately as two terms.
Then we divide by negative 11, and that will cancel out. Then you get y, and y equals, but first you gotta divide negative 11 to both, and then I don't know.
Okay, so this is a little bit more difficult. So we could grab a calculator and play this wonderful game. But what's going to end up happening is, what happens when you have a negative divided by a negative?
It's a positive.
So what's going to happen to 13 11s?
Positive.
Yeah, it's going to be positive. It's just going to be a nasty answer. Our slope is actually going to be 13 over 11, which is fine. It's just a positive 13. And if you guys, if you're unsure, you're like, oh my God, I don't know what this is, just put it in your calculator, right? Worst comes to worst, you put it in your calculator. I'm just going to pull up my fancy calculator. You're not going to be able to see it, but I'm going through my calculator because I want to check. Jamari wants to make sure, he wants me to make sure, so I'm taking negative 13, and I'm going to divide it by negative 11. And my calculator, my fancy calculator, divided by negative 11, and we get the same thing. It's just a positive 13 over 11, which is fine. Now, Jamari, what's going to happen when we do negative 12 divided by negative 11?
A decimal.
We could get a decimal. Do we want a decimal?
No.
No, we're just going to keep it in fraction form. So what's a negative divided by a negative?
A positive.
So yeah, it's just going to turn into positive 12 over 11. Now you guys are like, oh my God, Mr. Fredette, what did you just show me? Nothing. They just gave us crazy numbers. And because we are so used to, nice answers like 1, 2, 3, 4, or y equals 2x plus 7, this is just an example where the numbers are a little different. That's all. But it's the same thing. You just don't panic. A negative divided by negative is always going to be a positive. And exactly right. Jamari says, like and share. First off, I'm going to say watch it. So, as always, what's that?
Oh, wrong way.
Like and sub?
Mm-hmm. Subscribe.
Oh, subscribe. Yes, awesome. I was looking for what it said. That's okay, though, so we're good. So everybody have a great afternoon. Enjoy the weather. It's going to be 80 degrees today. Yes, take 5 minutes or less and watch. This is actually an 8-minute video, so I'm going to sign out now. See you guys. Bye.